Welcome to Two Cackling
Welcome
Witches.
to Two Cackling Witches.
I'm Jenica.
And I am Cam.
Oh,
How are
hey.
you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Though this heat is really, really getting to me. It's been a really,
Oh.
really disgusting summer, and I'm just so over it, really. How are you feeling?
You know, it was really hot today, but I also remembered that we don't have too much longer of this season, so I'm okay with it. I'm all right. I'm
You
gonna figure
are?
it out. I am, but I also have a pool, so there is certain things that are
Fair,
helpful.
fair,
Hmm.
fair. As you know, summer is my least favorite season. I know it's weird. I know I'm weird. A lot of people think that it's very odd. However, I just really, really dislike summer. I am a fall and winter girly.
I
Yeah,
understand that. I understand that you're a true
yeah.
Canadian girl. No one has fall as
Yes.
beautiful as Canadians. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I actually love fall all around the world when I can find a four-season country,
Hmm.
but like Canada and their like maple leaf trees changing colors are just beyond beautiful. The color
Yeah,
palette is amazing.
it is. No, I completely agree. Did I ever tell you the story about when I went to Scotland? Probably. I probably did because that's all I talk about. But I went on a little hike, and apparently, this like in the early 1900s, this guy that was a big landowner, he had a wife that was from Canada, and he loved
Okay.
her so much that he tried to plant maple trees where he was, and like big ferns that we have only in Canada to make her feel at
Right.
home
Aw.
because she was very, very homesick. In the end, she
Aw.
ended up going back to Canada because she was so homesick. And I'm like, I would never leave Scotland. What is wrong with you?
Of course. That's so sweet and romantic. It's sweet and romantic, but
Yeah.
also not great to like not put native species, planting native species
I
in different countries.
no, they worked there. It worked there. It was just it wasn't enough. They had other species of trees that we don't get here that is more
Right.
prominent to the nature that they have there because they don't have our winters like we do, you know? So
Is it cold in Scotland?
it's a different kind of cold. It's here we
Interesting.
get a very dry cold because we get a lot of snow. Especially more out east, but like out east. We're in Ontario and Quebec. I would say out east, like Nova Scotia, is a wet cold, and Newfoundland. They get a lot of rain. So
Mm,
they do have some skiing and snowboarding in the Highlands, but it's not a long season like we get. It's not the same. But
interesting.
now with climate change, I honestly don't know
Fair.
how it's affecting their weather over there. So
Fair. Interesting.
yeah.
How was
What
your
about
day?
you?
What
What's your
did you
favorite
do?
season?
Oh,
Oh,
me? Oh gosh. I kind of love them all for different reasons. I didn't appreciate winter until I started traveling. I'm a big
mhm.
traveler. I did it for like 3 years of just traveling, and I lived in Australia for a big chunk of that travel and in France, the south of France, and they just don't have the winter that I grew up with. And I had no idea how much I missed that fire. You know, like we always have a fire in our home, in the hearth, and just like that warmth is so beautiful. And even like the smoke, I love the smell of the smoke. And I'm, married a French man who now is a immigrant to Canada, had a citizenship here, but he loves winter. So he's kind of makes me find that inner child because he wants to play in the snow. He wants to go sledding. He wants to make
Yeah.
snowmans. Like he wants to make snow forts. Like he once made an amazing snow fort one day. He was gone for a few hours, didn't know what he was doing. Went and found him. He just made this amazing like little snow fort. I was like, what? You did that all by yourself. You didn't even invite me, but he just literally is playing. So I appreciate
That's
snow the
cute.
older I've gotten, but I'm a big gardener. I say big gardener. I'm learning. It's my third year of like really starting to learn the roots of it all. But I think I'm only going to grow more knowledge. I think that you will constantly learn about gardening. I think there's so much to learn. I don't know if you can ever learn all of it. There's so much that plants will teach you, but I I really like spring. I really like spring because it's like the time that everything kind of pops and like you can put everything also in the ground. And I really love fall. Fall probably wins, to be honest.
I've, well, like I feel like it's fall is loved all over the world by everybody because
Hmm.
it is the perfect temperature for your body. Your
And the
body feels
clothes.
comfortable.
I
Yeah.
love the
Oh,
clothes.
clothes.
Like all of my favorite
Clothes
outfits are
are
like the sweater,
big.
the scarf, like the cute cashmere scarves, the hats, the
Yeah.
tall boots are great. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Halloween's in there, Samhain, the best holiday
I know.
of, of all
The
time.
best holiday
The
of all
best of the
time.
best. That's right. Sis saw. So, how was your day? What'd you do?
I worked. I worked all day.
Wow.
I worked and then I walked Chloe like in the morning on my lunch break and after work and everything like that. But yeah, my day was quite boring. I was just doing my office job. What about you?
Okay. I had to go to Best Buy to buy something for our, our podcast. And I also worked on some material for our podcast today. And while I was working, I was like, I'm going to go get a pedicure. So I worked
As you
and
should.
got a pedicure as one would, and then realized it
Yep.
was one of my girlfriend's birthday. She turned 30 today, and that's a very big
Oh,
number. And
baby.
I know. And I just was like, girl, are you home? So I went over and visited her for only an hour and a half, but got her some cute little Prezi. I actually got her a candle from Bath and Body Work, and I got her a vampire blood candle because that only makes sense because they have Halloween stuff already. And I'm so excited. And she loves Halloween. So she's like, this is perfect. And then I'm here with you.
There you go. But can I ask,
Yeah.
what's that smell of the like
Vampire blood.
Halloween vampire? Yeah, what does it smell like?
Okay, so it literally smells sweet and maybe like an orchid. And I was like, interesting.
Ah,
Interesting.
that
It doesn't
is.
smell gory. It doesn't smell like, guts or like blood or iron. Can you imagine
That'd be
if you just
weird.
like light a candle that smells like iron? Like, this is O negative. Like, I don't know. I
I
don't
actually
know.
prefer B I actually prefer B positive smells.
Oh,
Just,
oh. Just so I know. Okay, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. So don't get you that candle.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
exactly.
literally called Vampire Blood, and I had vampires all over it, and it smelled delicious. So shout out to Body Shop. No, Bath and Body Works.
There you go.
Bath and Body Works. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they both sell candles, so,
Hmm.
they're interchangeable sometimes, I feel. But anyways, all
True.
right. You want to get into it?
Yeah, I do. I'm really excited about this episode. This is our jam. This is our element. Can you tell us what element we're
It
talking
is.
about today, Cam?
Today we are going to talk about fire magic.
Fire! Whoop whoop!
Fire.
Fire!
So, as we discussed in our previous episode, aka the first episode of our podcast, we both started this journey mostly with fire magic. So we only thought it was fair and real that we would start our second episode and talk about fire magic. And that's what we're here to talk about today with you
That's right.
listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell me
All
what you
right.
learned.
So I'm going to get yes. So my sources for today are Wicked Obscura and The Wholesome Witch. They were like one of the few, like the first couple searches on Google. So basically, I'm going to start with the history of fire, like fire in general. So
Oh,
fire has deep roots in human history because that's how kind of like we evolved a little bit. We evolved when fire was figured out, I guess. Um, it's like it was discovered when we were basically cavemen.
yeah, that's
So
what I was
it
thinking.
has a very, very long history within human history. because it was used for light, warmth, and protection, it is very important for human evolution. But nowadays, it also holds a magical significance. Like a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people that aren't even in spiritual or in witchcraft or and all that stuff, and they are always like, "See, I sometimes see things in the flame of my candle," and
Mm,
it's just such a powerful element, in my opinion.
totally.
Um, yeah. So they even like we don't really know that much about the first human, to be honest, and we don't
Hmm.
really know, but we know that they use fire in their own rituals. Like they would dance around the fire, like the bonfire and stuff like that, uh, because that's what they did. That's literally what brought people together. They saw fire as sacred and mystical, and they even worship fire as a deity, like the fire itself as a deity. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Oh, beautiful.
I know,
I love a deity.
which
I really
I
do.
know, don't we all? But
Yeah.
like this is what inspired fire gods and goddesses is from them worshiping fire as a deity. And you can imagine, like, put yourself in their shoes. Like they don't know anything from anything like we do. And then all of a sudden they have fire and they're like, oh my God, that is a god. In their sense of the world, that's how they would see it.
And
Um
think of all the things it would offer. It's like, yes, you can dance, but it also gives you warmth and you can also cook like a fish over the fire.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
it's
They don't have to eat
endless.
raw anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically.
Beautiful. What a
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah. It is a huge gift. It is believed fire has power to activate intentions, destroy negative energy, and bring about transformation. So it's really good to use within your spells if that's what you want to achieve. You want to achieve a transformation of your within yourself. You want to change careers. You want to get out of a funk. Whatever the situation may be, it is always good to use fire for those types of rituals. Um, and I would say that's probably why a lot of witches use that in their practice is because, or spiritual people, is because it's kind of a go around for everything and you can kind of use it for anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, yeah. Fire is also used in a lot of the pagan sabbats, which mark significant points in the pagan wheel of the year, such as such as Beltane. That's the big fire festival. You know, that's the big one.
Is
It
that in
brings about
Ireland? Is that one in Ireland?
no, it's all no. It's the wheel of the year. It's all of them. So a Beltane is May 1st, but it did originate in Celtic,
Right.
in the Celtic
Right.
like pays. Sorry, what is that in English? Countries. My God, my French
How
came
do you
out
say it in
there.
French? Say it in French. Say it in French. I want to hear it.
Pay pays.
Peggy.
It sounds weird.
I think it sounds
Pays.
great.
Yeah.
Peggy.
Yeah. So, like, Beltane is the fire festival. It literally is on May 1st, and it's to bring in the new harvest, like the new year. It is Beltane is the witch's new year. May
Right.
1st. That's why a lot of spiritual people and witches when it's January 1st, they're like, I don't feel like it's the new year because it isn't our new year. Our new year is May 1st. And that's why for us, we recommend between the winter months, January and all that stuff, to not set new intentions necessarily because those are the months to relax. And you should set your new
Hmm.
intentions on May 1st.
Hmm.
So it's really used in the Sabbat of Beltane, Lamas, which is also Luga. I can't say that word.
Okay. Uh,
Lugnasa,
a, a lunasa. Lunasa.
Lunasa, which is
Hmm.
also Lamas. It's the same. It's the same day,
Agreed. Hmm.
and Samhain, which is Halloween.
Right.
So those are the main ones that use fire. It's usually celebrated with bonfires, or anything like that, which relate
And
to
you
fire.
want a Yule fire as well.
You do want this. They the Yule
Just use
log as
fire
well.
for
That's a really nice one.
all of the eight
Just use
Sabbaths.
it.
But just use fire. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And for your information, we are going to talk about each Sabbaths later on, but the wheel of the year. So Samhain, which is October 31st, Halloween, Yule starts December 31st. However, it can go up to 2 to 3 weeks after when it starts. There's different days of Yule, and you can do different days. We'll talk about it when we
Yeah.
get closer to
December
Yule.
the 21st.
Yeah, but that's when it starts. Imbolc, which is February 1st to 2nd. Ostera, which is March 20th, which is related to Easter. That's why it's a Easter Ostera.
Mm-hmm.
Beltane, which is just talked about, May 1st. Litha, June 21st. Lamas, I still can't say that word. I'm so sorry.
Lunasa.
Lunasa,
Lunasa.
August 1st.
Yeah, it's a hard
Lunasa.
one. Lunasa.
Yeah. Lunasa, which is August 1st, and Mabon, which is September 22nd, which will be the first Sabbath that we will be talking about.
Ah.
The fire element's really hard to ignore because it's such a powerful element. Think of all the fire signs in your life: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They are magnetic, and so full of life. And it's really hard. You're so attracted to their fire. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So even within people, the fire element is just, it really is prevalent. You know what I mean? It's just there. Um, it's also really good if you've been like feeling unmotivated or lacking inspiration in your everyday life. I would suggest specifically trying to work with the fire element. Um, because it can help you gain inspiration in your life. And with this specific energy, you can get the courage to kind of go over the bump or the hurdle, whatever is kind of making you feel stuck within your emotions, whatever it may be. If it could be in your personal life, it can be in your romantic life, friendships. Sometimes, like, I know a lot of people get really, really kind of depressed in the wintertime because the winter is a lot darker. So I would suggest in the wintertime to work with the fire element, just to get more energy
You
from it.
ignite that
That's
flame within.
exactly. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I I thank you for that. I know, like, it's so weird because I know that fires is technically a very chaotic energy, and the other elements are a little bit more down to earth, and they're a little bit more fluid and quiet, I would say, whereas fire is just in your face and it's chaotic. And it's so funny that we both started with that energy. We both started with the chaos element, all of them.
I It's funny that you say that. I actually went to a witchy camp once, and I was telling this priestess that my very first element that I was working with was fire, and she looked at me and she was like, "That is like, I would love to see your magic because that's so crazy that all of the elements that fire chose you." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
fire did choose me. And that is a bit chaotic, but it also ignites and
it
it
ignites.
ignites, it inspires, it
Exactly.
gives you passion, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
And like, how many people do you know when you go over to their house, they all have candles and they light a candle when someone comes over? People are constantly invoking candle, regardless if
Yep.
they're spiritual or not, and also in spiritual practices, whether like what spiritual practice you are. If you even go into a church, they light candles, like
Yep.
the flame
100%.
is always ignited. It's always respected in so many domains across different cultures.
I think it's because of like what it meant for us in our history, in our human history. Um, a lot of other animals on this earth are afraid of fire, whereas we embraced the fire. It's very, very
Hmm.
interesting how all the other mammals are afraid of fire. That's why they used it for protection. When, like in the olden days or when they were cavemen, they use it for protection
Oh,
against like wild animals,
interesting. To
whereas
ward off.
to
Okay.
ward, and then we use it and we embrace it and we literally have it in our home, which is so funny
Hmm.
because my mom is afraid of fire. And
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, I'm afraid of fire.
I know, but I'm obsessed with fire at the same time. Like sometimes I have so many candles lit. I'm like, okay, calm down, calm down. And my
I
mom is
have a
like, you're not
rule.
lighting candles at my house.
Oh, I wonder if it's like a past life thing. My mom is also scared of fire, even though she is a fire sign and she's amazing with fire. She's had like a wood stove her whole life. But my mom has had not one, but two fires in her house, like been burned. One been burned down to crisp from a fire. So like,
Oh,
even though we love fire, there's got to be that balance. Like I would say I love fire, but I respect fire. I know that, I can either be burnt out or I can be ignited by it. So there's that balance, right? Like there's that
absolutely.
balance right in the middle of respect and knowing that it's bigger than me, but also how can I work with you and how can I respect you in the way that you deserve,
Yeah,
you
no, for
know?
sure. And that's why I find it funny that we both started with this element. But
Yeah,
I do recommend, I tell people if you're new to witchcraft and you are more attracted to fire than any other signs, go for it. There's no problem with it. We've done it.
we've done it.
And we're here to help. Also, if you have any questions or if you don't know where to start exactly, you can totally message us and we are here to help you with all of these questions that you have. Or
Or just
even if
listen
you're
and
not
maybe
new
you'll
to
find the answer. You
exactly.
never know.
You never know. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the magic correspondences. So basically the direction is south. So south is fire. The energy is mostly protective. The season is summer, which makes sense because it is the hot summer.
Hot.
Uh, hot. Time of day, noon, which is at the hottest. The
Oh,
census
I did not
sites.
know that.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. If you like, once you read it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. It does make sense, but it's not something that everybody knows.
So wait, time is noon. So noon is 12. So in numerology, it's like 2 plus 1 is 3. And then 3 is maiden mother chrome. Very interesting.
Yep. Exactly. And the chakra
Hmm.
is the heart, which it makes sense. That to me makes so much sense. That's where the fire
Right. The
is
passion,
within
because it's the
the
passion, right?
passion. Yeah.
Right.
Colors, they're obvious: red, yellow, orange, and gold. I do love
Mm-hmm.
gold. A good orange and gold. It's so nice. Animals,
Mm.
these ones are my favorite, honestly. Salamander. I know a lot of people would think that it's water, but it isn't. It's a fire element. Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
phoenix, and lion.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
And
also
if you
have a
want to
phoenix
work with those
tattoo.
animals, yeah, it's true. Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
I on my back.
And
Yep.
if you're seeing these animals, guys, if you're like, seeing a repeat of like dragon books or like, I don't know, t-shirts, someone has a print of like a dragon on it and you happens to catch your eye or any of these
Yep.
animals, these are usually signs that either these animals want to work with you or that fire is calling to you. So pay attention to the signs around you.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not like salamander is the main animal for fire. It's not really a common animal that you see out that often. So yeah, I would probably look more for the dragon and the phoenixes. Just because
Rebirth. Yeah. Mm.
the zodiac signs, as I previously said, is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The ruling planet is Mars and the sun. Mars is the red planet, which
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I'll get to that. I know what you're thinking, but I'll get to it. I promise. I promise. Um, Gemstones, there's a couple. Clear quartz, like I said in the last episode, clear quartz can be kind of used for a lot of different things. Jasper, fire agate, citrine, sunstone, carnelian, ruby, and garnet. I do love a good carnelian. Like I do love the energy that a
it's
carnelian
one of my
gives.
faves. It's one of my
Me
faves. And isn't
too. Me
garnet
too.
our birthstone?
You're It might be
Oh, right. You're not
yours.
Capricorn. I forgot. You're a
No, I'm
Taurus.
Taurus.
I think it's
Yeah,
mine. It's mine. I'm a
it
garnet.
might be. Oh,
Don't I look like a garnet?
yeah, you little red garnet there.
I'm a garnet here. Hi. I don't know, man. Please
All right,
proceed.
now I'm going to get into the different deities, gods and goddesses that are linked to the fire element. So we're going to start with the goddesses. There's Bridget, which is a Celtic Irish goddess, and Also, she's a goddess of the Tuatha de Danann, and I did look up how to say that. Tuatha de Danann, which is Irish for the fairies, the fae.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's a hard word to say. It's 3 words, but it's okay.
You
There's
nailed
the
it.
goddess of yeah, thank you. Hestia, which is Greek, and she's the
Mm,
goddess of the hearth,
of the
home, and
hearth.
family. So the hearth, it's like part of the home. It's where the fire is going to be. Vesta, which is she's the same goddess, but she's the Roman part. So Hestia is Greek mythology, and Vesta is Roman mythology. She's also the goddess of the hearth, home, and family. Same, because a lot of the Roman and Greek kind of interchange, they just have different names. So a lot of them
Yeah,
are
I
the same.
agree.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's Pele, which is Hawaiian mythology, which I've never looked into
Mm,
before. And it's
me
quite
either.
interesting. Yeah, it was I searched goddesses of fire and she came up and she's the goddess of volcanoes and fire. So
Cool.
that makes a lot of sense.
Volcanoes.
I know. And it makes sense
Yeah,
because
I've
in
never really
ho-
like put the connection of fire and volcanoes together, but that totally makes sense.
there's
Very
more than
interesting.
there's more than you think, but in the gods, there's gods of volcanoes. She's the only goddess of volcanoes in the goddesses.
Wow. What's her name
Yeah.
again?
Pele.
What's her name again?
Pele.
Pele.
So it's
Pele.
Pele.
Cool.
Yeah. I
Pele.
think that's how you
Okay,
say it.
I'm gonna look
Pele.
her up.
Yeah. The goddess Sekhmet, which is Egyptian mythology. She is the goddess of war, destruction, and healing. Her symbol is the head of a lioness and a sun disk. So that's kind of why she is in the Egyptian mythology. She is portrayed a little bit of the goddess of fire. There's also Bast or Bastet in Egyptian mythology. She's the goddess of the home. All those two are not
It's
specifically the
very
goddess of
similar to
fire.
Hestia. Yeah.
Exactly. They're just kind of like related to them. And then there's the Morrigan, which is Irish mythology, and she's the goddess of war and faith. She's a badass. I love her so much.
Interesting.
I
Very
know.
interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked with any of these goddesses?
No, I have not. It's very interesting. I have not. I'm not
I've
a
worked with two of
huge.
them.
Really, which one? Hestia?
Bridget. Bridget, I actually went to Ireland to learn about her mythology, and her beautiful Celtic cross. And I've done a really beautiful course on her once, but she's quite amazing. She's beautiful. I really enjoyed like working with her. And then also Hestia is someone that I just started hearing in my prayers, and I wasn't really quite sure who she was. So I had to do some research and realized,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like I'm a bit of a hearth witch, and she usually comes to people who, you know, like to tend the home and usually have like dwell like with like a fireplace in the home and things
Yeah.
like this. So it's very cool. She's very like her energy is very soft and gentle, nurturing and caring.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Because some gods and goddesses, they just kind of hit you over the head with their energy. You know what I mean? And you're
Yeah.
just like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm working with you now.
Yeah. Yeah. Who has
Like,
done that for you?
Hecate, she was just like, listen.
Hecate.
And for the longest time, I wasn't listening to her. I'm like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I'm here. Listen now. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, I
I
agree.
love working with her. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Hecate. Hecate
me
is
too.
very loud and like you have to give that woman offerings.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to give her offerings. She doesn't take anything for like free. And like if you say you're going to do something, you better do it. You know,
Yep,
that woman
absolutely.
holds you accountable. Good. I love a
Well, she
strong woman.
should. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Love a strong woman.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so those were the goddesses. And then the gods that are associated with fire and all that stuff.
Can
So
I guess? Can I guess one?
sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Is one of them Apollo?
He was. Yes. Yep.
I know my deities. Yeah.
You
Okay.
know your
Because
Greek
he
deities
is.
really well. Really well.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm a heavy deity kind of girl.
you are.
Okay, Apollo. Let me
Yes.
hear about what you have to say about Apollo. I'm very curious.
I actually didn't write his name because I knew you were going to
Oh, okay.
mention
Well,
him. Yeah.
you knew it. So,
Because
he
I also
actually.
found another Greek god that is actually more related to fire than Apollo, and that's why I switched it.
Oh, who?
Hephaestus.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah. He's the Greek god of fire, blacksmiths, metalworking, crafts, and volcanoes.
Volcanoes again. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Was he married to Aphrodite?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm good. I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very interesting. Very
Hmm.
interesting. Okay. Very cool. I love that there's blacksmith with it because also Saint Bridget does blacksmith as well.
Yes.
And because they're
Yep.
working with that fire, right? They're molding fire. That's beautiful. Very
And you
cool.
also have, yeah, because you have to think when these deities and gods and goddesses came up, people were, there was full on blacksmiths and metal workers and woodworkers and stuff like that. Whereas in today's day, we don't really have those anymore. It's kind of becoming a lost art, which is really sad if you think about it. But everybody had kind of their own god or goddess, you know? There was a
Yeah.
goddess for
Yeah.
weaving. I don't know exactly who it is, but there was one, which I think is so
Yeah.
fascinating, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to actually learn how to weave a basket.
I
It's
can
like on one of the
embroider.
things I want to do before I die. Yeah, you're so good at that. You're very, very good at that. It's like one of your hidden talents. Like randomly, she just texted me this picture of like a coworker's dog that she just embroidered. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could do that. That's really
I
cool
didn't
and
know
so
either.
intentional. That's
Yeah.
like, I
And
don't even know how you did that.
I don't, to be honest, it was a little bit difficult because I was trying to figure out a pattern to put on a cloth so I could have the
Right.
picture of the dog and then embroider. But no, I couldn't find a service that did that. So I had to draw the dog on the cloth from a picture that
You,
I had.
you
I
can
had
draw? I
no,
didn't know you could draw.
I can't draw. I cannot draw.
Well,
So I
I
kind
beg
of
to differ.
well, I drew the outline and then I kept the
That's
picture
good, Cam.
close so I could keep like doing the colors and the correct colors and all that stuff of the dog and the tree in the background and everything like that. Yeah.
Guys, if you want Cam to embroider something, she does amazing jobs. She has very reasonable pricing and you should totally book her. You send a picture of your cat or your dog and she will not only embroider it, but she will put intentions with each stroke.
Okay. Thank you. It took me 3 full days. 3 full days. It took me like
The fact
literally
that
72
you
hours to
did
do
all that
that.
in 3 days is insane. I think, and it was your first time, guys. That's really good. Give
And I
yourself
did
some
stop.
credit here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's not ask too much of me because I'm going to be backed up in my embroidery.
you've
But
got
anyway.
this.
Okay. Back to the gods. So there's
Okay.
also Prometheus, who is a Greek god, but he's a Titan. So he's not one of the main gods that we all know because he's a Titan. So he is known for
Mm.
defeating Zeus and stealing the fire from Olympus and gifting it to humanity.
Wow,
Yeah.
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
know exactly what statue you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So he is also known there. There's Lu, which is he's also in Fey mythology, Irish, Tuatha Danann, Celtic god of the sun and light. And that's
Ooh.
spelled Lugh. Lugh. Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's Bel, who is also known as Belinus. He's Celtic and he's associated with the sun. Vulcan, who, as you can guess, he is going to be the god of volcanoes, Vulcan. He's Roman, so he is the same as Hephaestus. He is the Roman god of fire, volcanoes, metalworking, and the forge. like I said before, Greek and Roman, they're kind of similar. They just have different names for their gods. And
And
then
if I
we
may,
have,
I
yeah,
would, like, yeah, I know that you're listing. So you're listing like Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology and Celtic mythology. Something about people who are starting or maybe have been in the craft for years and have started just
mhm,
working with deities. Guys, it's like, it's as long as you do your research. And when I mean research, it's like reading books or, even YouTube tells amazing stories about different kind of deities. And even visiting their countries, if you have that kind of, privilege to be able to do something like that, like it, and it's also okay to weave different deities. Like maybe I really love Greek mythology. I think you really like Celtic mythology. Am I
yeah,
correct?
Celtic, but also like Hecate is Greek. So it's kind
Yeah,
of whoever calls to you. I don't think, as long as you're not
exactly.
appropriating, I think you can kind of work with a lot of different uh deities that you feel called to. There's also Norse
And when,
mythology, you know?
yeah. I have a question about appropriation, just because, for example, I'm not Greek, but I'm Romanian, Egyptian, and Turkish, and
Mhm.
I live in Canada. But I've done the research, right? I've done a lot of
Yes.
research, a lot of reading, and I do a lot of Greek mythology stuff. And I also went and traveled to Greece. Not everyone is able to be that crazy and go and travel to learn about, the
No.
different, deities. It's just something that I happen to be able to do. But I would say that that's not appropriation because I've done the
Yeah.
research and it's also what's called to me. So I
Yeah,
think by appropriation, it just means do your research and enjoy and love. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Also, like, honestly, and we're so lucky in today's world that we do have access to the internet, that you can
Totally.
actually research all the stuff that you're interested in. It's not just like you have to go to the library. I remember when I was young, we didn't I'm aging myself here. I didn't have the internet at home. I didn't even have the internet in schools. Like, we didn't really have the internet when I was growing up. I had to go to the library and take out books because that's how I
I
learned.
remember those
And
days.
I remember
Yeah.
those days. I loved the library. It was my favorite place.
Oh my gosh. What did I say to you the other day that you need to add to what you are as a witch?
I don't know. I don't remember. We talk a lot.
Okay. I said that I think something that you need to start like claiming is that you're a spiritual librarian
Oh,
because you
right.
hold so
Oh
much
my god.
knowledge.
I hold so much
Yeah.
knowledge
I
because I
think that's like
read and I
big.
absorb it. Yeah, you're
You
right.
absorb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So add that to her list, a spiritual librarian. And I don't think anyone
Librarian.
else has that title. So like I'm
No,
really excited that you're the first.
I'm the first and I'm owning it.
Yeah, you are. I couldn't be more proud of you.
Perfect. And there's also the last one. It's Logi, not Loki, not Loki,
Okay,
Logi from Norse. It's also from Norse mythology. And
cool.
Surtur, Surtr. I've actually never heard of these, but it was very interesting. They're from Norse mythology and they're fire giants within them. And
Whoa, wait,
it's
what?
unlike,
I wanted to look
I
up more about
know,
that. What's a
I
fire
know.
giant?
It's like the frost giants in Norse mythology. In all the Marvel movies, they have the frost giants that were defeated by Loki and Thor and all that stuff. They're the fire giants, which I've never heard of. I've never heard of. I've only heard of the frost
I
giants.
actually, I don't even know what a frost giant is. I'm going to be honest. I've never heard of a frost
Well,
giant
I'm
either.
really into like the Marvel universe, so that's probably what it comes from.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mhm.
What's that? Is
That
that
is,
juice?
this is, no, this is my non-alcoholic rosé. That is very,
Oh,
very good. Yeah, because I am
love.
sober,
Oh,
people, but sometimes I miss wine. So,
that's
you know,
okay.
yeah,
It is a hot day.
it is a hot day. And that is my history on fire magic and fire as well, a little bit. Okay, so we have devolved deep into this topic of fire magic. Next episode, we will cover candle magic. So it's a little bit, it follows with this episode, which was fire magic. We will just kind of more delve deeper into what
Mm-hmm.
we can do with this kind of magic, right?
Totally.
Totally. However, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at Two Cackling Witches. We also have a website, which is twocacklingwitches.ca. And we have a Gmail account that you can email us with your thoughts, with things you would like us to cover. And that is twocacklingwitches@gmail.com. And Jenica also has her own company that she wants to talk about, where you can find her and what services she provides.
Oh, thanks, Cam. So I'm a psychic medium and I do readings. And I have an Instagram. It's called Enter the Gray, and it's ENTER_ the THE and gray with an E, GREY. And I'm so excited to hear from you guys.
Wonderful. So it was so nice to cackle with you today. And we will see you next episode.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.